All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, yeah. In the field like.
Well, Coach, no rain in the forecast. That's the good news, but it is a chilly December day here in the Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Is the mic. I got it.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Man left. 4 down.
Hey, 0.
Here's the mic. It's our time.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
They go play action now. Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Husky, Marcus Peters. An aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate, but that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
Down. 50, plant.
Watch a slant.
They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
Ready. Pilot, 64, weak. 54, watch 54. Here we go, here we go. Let's go.
Second down, it's Henderson. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. From the 50, it's Smith. This is caught. It's Cooks. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Kill, kill, kill.
Now.
Thumbs up the helmet. Here we go.
Go.
Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. I got him.
Protein spell.
Check 49.
Now.
Henderson now on first and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
10 logo. 61, matchbox lights.
1-yard gain brings up second and 9 at the 33-yard line.
Right. And
22, Mike 22. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Watch twins.
He gets it to Cooks. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
You don't want no problem for me. A gain of 7 yards. And it's third down.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down.
Watch it.
Hey, over.
Out of the gun, Smith. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. They'll run for the first time with Trenton Cannon. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Trenton Cannon, 76 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, shoot. Get it.
From the gun, a give to Henderson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Come on, set. 60 or. Ready?
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down.
Here we go.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
You draw quarter.
Mark 22, Mark 22.
Hey, check. He's coming. We got double up.
Five.
On 1st down, Henderson. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
6-6. Bullet 5.
Check nickel. Mike's 54. Mike's 50.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
2-18, chop. Bravo.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10.
Here we go. 15 line. 15 line.
That's got to be a long day. Check 99. Check 99. He's checking. Crunch. Check. Crunch. Watch the twist.
Shoot. Twist on travel. They go.
They'll go back to Henderson on 1st down. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
taken down at the
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
General West, AT Gators.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
On second down now, it's Henderson. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to...
Ready?
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10.
Hey, high 7. Yeah.
Know your job. Back. Check three.
Hey. Yo, faster.
One set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Snap.
From the gun, here's Smith. They got a man. It's Woods. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's the end of the first quarter.
These two teams all tied after 1. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Cool.
They'll run it here with Brown. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Smith. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
And Zerline's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It sounds like you're going negative on me.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And he fires one incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll make it 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Watch the curve. 24 is the mic. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 24 is the mic.
Hey, keep it up.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Hey, Delta.
22 is coming. 22 is coming.
Ready?
Looking to throw on second down. Smith, he's going to air one out. He's got a man, complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
Protein spill.
Watch out. Shoot.
5.
They'll run on first down. Henderson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
70, Indy. 61, matchbox light.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
Hey.
Mike's 54. Check.
Hey, Charlie.
On second down and 4. Smith. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Hey, wahoo.
Here we go. Mike's 5-4.
Tonight. Deep rip.
3rd and long, it's Smith. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
Hey, lock it.
He's coming. Double up.
Right.
He's coming. Double up. Quick dash.
Come. Under 10. Two draw quarter.
Slam.
Right there. 54.
Hey, Haywood.
Ready? Mike's 54.
6'6", bullet high.
Check 9.
Check, go.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. He'll field this at the 5. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
At the 34-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here we go, G. Get off the field. 24 is the mic. 24 is the mic. Who that? Who that?
From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
24 is the mic.
Let's get the ball.
That's it. It's the mic.
We ain't giving up nothing.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And an alley to Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. It gained really good yardage. That's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Whoa! 60 or 54.
Here we go, G. Here I come. Here I come. Check, 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 check. Through.
X3. 218. Chopper.
It's caught left side by Cooks. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Greystone travel.
Mike 5-4. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54.
General West.
Get away with it.
Just beating the play clock, Smith. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Here we go.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
14, got it.
No.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Open man there is Malone. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. On the carry, it's Cannon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Hey, flying 90. 45. Bound to lose 1. Check 45 to Mike.
On 3rd down, Wilson gets it to his running back, Cannon. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm coming. 14.
Play action. It's Wilson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle and nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Wilson going to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cannon. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Let's go, D.
Check. Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Echo. 45 to Mike.
On first down, Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
John Johnson on the coverage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check. Single. That's single in the slot. 24 is the mic. What's up? The mirror's back and go full strength. 24 is the mic. Look, guys, 4 down. You don't want none. You don't get it.
Throwing again. Wilson. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
You can't block me.
Check 50. Hey, alert.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Come on. Check three.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Look at me, zipper.
He's coming in motion. Hey.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Nazir Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. Taking on the midfield logo. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey. Check. Sponge.
On 1st down. It's Cannon, and this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed and they're showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check 24. Switch.
Ready.
Again, it's Henderson. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
He is taken down by Bobby Wagner. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
On the double. Pilot, 64, weak.
Rush in. Mike 5-4.
Cut.
All day. Check.
Topper.
Whip. Watch the whip.
5.
Off of play action. Here's Smith. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, it's third down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
24 is the mic.
Wilson now operating from the gun. And the pressure gets to him again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check 24, check 24. Max 22, Max 22. Night, sweetheart. Check 50, check 50. SOS.
Recon, 132 fighter. Big rip.
Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Cut.
And the blitz does come. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Taken right around the 44. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
They'll run on first down. Cannon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the Rams' 41-yard line.
Cut. 315. 36 power. Gun. Hey. Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
From the gun, Wilson. This is Jennings. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back.
24. 215. Alert. They can't hang with us.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Aaron Donald in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Go. 12. Got it. 45. 64. Wait. Watch the pass. Here we go. Plus 45. Mike, 45. Come on.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. That's caught. It's Malone. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 22 yards there, a first down.
And that's good.
Stop your body.
Now Wilson on first down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the gun, a run with Cannon. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Reloading.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They come out here in the eye. And the Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Here we got 6-6. Pull it high.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check. Fresno.
Again, it's Henderson. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back.
Here we go. Check 37. Check 37. Begin.
X3. 218. Chopper. Hit it.
From the gun on third down, Smith. He gets it to Brown. Good play. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on third down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On 1st and 10, Smith. He's going to look deep down the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead. It's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Here's Carson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Micah Kaiser was in on the tackle. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 and 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And it's caught by Jennings. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
General West.
A 3-yard pickup.
Ready?
On 2nd and 7, Smith. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jadeveon Clowney in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Throwing on 3rd and long. Smith, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
80 weapons. 5.
Check Mike 54.
On 4th down, Smith. And that is incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Alert.
45.
Play action. Now Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. On 2nd down, this is Cannon. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Let's go. 60 outlaw.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Smith. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
24 is the mic. Got you. I got you.
Friday.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Gray. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Took right.
24 is the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run. 24 is the mic. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Seahawks, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for L.A., their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down.